After months and months of speculation and what felt like the longest 2 weeks in human history, we are finally able to play Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy on our Nintendo Switches as part of the Super Mario 3D All-Star Pack, which were released just a couple of days ago. While many people aren't exactly too pleased with this collection because they added in minimal stuff, the stuff that was included is, well, 3 of the greatest games of all time in my opinion. So even though that extra stuff would have been cool, I'm still over the moon that I get to play 3 of my favorite games of all time anywhere I want on the most convenient console I have. However, on the night of the 18th, when I booted up this game for the first time, I was faced with a decision. Which one of these 3 games do I play first? They are all incredible titles, which I've said numerous times. However, for me, there was an easy decision.
Super Mario Galaxy!
I booted up Super Mario Galaxy, and I was not disappointed. On the channel within the next week or so, we're going to be making 3 videos, one for each of the games in the collection, discussing why it's the best in the collection. And believe me, it's a hard choice. However, for me personally, I have to go with Super Mario Galaxy. Putting aside my own personal nostalgia for a second, I think Super Mario Galaxy is the best out of these 3 games for 3 main reasons. And obviously, those are going to be the main topics of the video. Timestamps will be down in the description if you want to skip around a bit. Subscribe to the channel if you're new because I have a crazy 100,000 subscriber special coming up, and I don't really want to tell you guys what it is just yet because that'll ruin the surprise, but let me tell you, it's definitely my favorite video or videos I've ever put out. I guess a little hint there. So if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button because I'll be posting that as soon as we hit 100,000. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. The first reason I think Mario Galaxy is the best in the collection is the visuals. Just having good graphics doesn't make a game great. Us Nintendo fans know that more than ever. I mean, the Wii U was Nintendo's first HD console. I mean, by that time, the other companies were essentially getting into 4K. However, Super Mario Galaxy, even though it debuted on the Wii, which wasn't even HD, looks incredible when up-resed on Switch. The textures and models still, for the most part, hold up tremendously. There are parts of this game that honestly look completely modern, as if they were lifted from some sort of Odyssey DLC we never got. Presentation isn't just the graphics though. The art style of this game is phenomenal. From the incredible space-themed backgrounds to the really cute and stylized drawings in Rosalina's storybook. On top of that, I'm gonna lump music into presentations as well, and Galaxy's soundtrack is just S tier. It's just undefeated, and even though I personally like more big band style soundtracks like, well, Super Mario 3D World, the orchestral soundtrack of Galaxy is just so good. I would go as far as to say that if you play Mario Galaxy without having the music turned on, then you're not really playing Mario Galaxy. Presentation is important, but the most important part of any game is the gameplay. While Mario Galaxy's gameplay is phenomenal, that's not really anything that puts it above Mario Sunshine or 64. All 3 of these games have phenomenal gameplay, and even 64, which came all the way back out in the 90s, still holds up gameplay-wise today. However, Super Mario Galaxy undoubtedly has the most gameplay. Not only does it seemingly have more levels or galaxies than 64 has worlds or Sunshine has, I don't know, locations, is that what you call them? But there's stuff like the prankster comets, or playing the entire thing again as Luigi, which just pads out the overall runtime of the game. Now, normally padding out the time isn't necessarily a good thing, however, when the game is as phenomenal as Super Mario Galaxy, I can only view that as a plus. And to be clear, even when you're doing something like playing through the entire game again as Luigi, it doesn't feel like you're doing the exact same thing, because the Galaxy team put the care into making Luigi feel and control different, so it feels just different enough that it's worthy of a full new playthrough. If we check howlongtobeat.com, which is a really useful website by the way when you're looking to buy new games, the main story of Galaxy fits right in between Sunshine and 64, but in terms of a completionist run, there's just way more here in Galaxy than either of the other 3D Marios. The last thing I want to talk about is how Galaxy is more modern than any of the other 3D Marios in this collection. Of course, I'm not saying that any old game is bad or vice versa, but when playing these games, there's a blatant level of polish that Galaxy had applied that's seemingly not really there in Sunshine or 64. For example, 64's camera just doesn't really work all the time. You often find yourself fighting the camera rather than working with it, and while obviously they were creating one of the first 3D platformers of all time, so it's not like they could just use like the normal camera camera settings, they had to figure out what normal camera settings were. Obviously, that's, incredible and groundbreaking, but that doesn't really change the fact that the camera isn't as smooth as it could be. And with Sunshine, there are just blatant parts of the game that just, don't really work at all. I'm talking like the pachinko machine, that one part where you're, blowing yourself along with the leaf and flood. You just don't really have that in Mario Galaxy. Even the parts in Galaxy that are generally regarded as, weird or glitchy or broken are just parts that use motion controls that people don't like, such as the one Galaxy where you're, on a ball and you have to, roll it around. Stuff like that is generally regarded as the worst or most glitchy part of Galaxy, but it's not glitchy, it's just that it uses a weird, unconventional control method. Overall, though, just taking an average section of each game, Galaxy is by far the least glitchy, the least buggy. You'll never have a weird moment in Galaxy where you're like, what? Why did that just happen? Which is made even more astounding by the fact that it played with gravity in incredibly weird ways. I mean, I feel like Galaxy could have just had a ton of glitches due to the gravity mechanic, but it really didn't. And I think compared to Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine, that really just puts it in a league of its own. It feels like the most modern and complete 3D Mario, whereas the other games have somewhat rough edges. Galaxy is like a polished diamond. It's really just that good. So it's clear, I think Galaxy is the best out of the 3D Marios that are in the 3D All-Stars collection. However, before we end this video, I need you guys to do two things real quick. For one, let me know down in the comments below which game you think is the best in the collection, Galaxy, 64, or Sunshine. And more importantly, let us know down in the comments below if you want to see us do a video on Super Mario 64, as in why that one's the best, and Super Mario Sunshine. We're probably going to anyway, but just knowing that you guys want to see that video, we'll push it up in our video planning list, so we know what content you want to see and we can get it to you as soon as possible. If you like this video, please hit the like button as it helps a lot, and once again, subscribe if you aren't already so we can hit that 100,000. With that out of the way, I'm Thomas from the Switch Dub, signing off. Peace.